Okay, Coach, they indeed love their football here in upstate New York as you look inside of New Era Field in Orchard Park. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Miami Dolphins and the Buffalo Bills. Two weeks have come and gone. It's off to week 3, and we're underway on EA Sports. This is taken at the 3. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Come on. Check. Watch it before. Danny.
On first down, Royal, and he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32. 4 yards the result on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Now the first carry for Devin Singletary. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be third down.
But we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers of reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
Third play here, this opening drive, as they're up against a 3rd and 5.
Hey, switch gears.
Operating from the gun, Fields. He's got a man open. He finds Simi Cobbs. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10.
Watch the run. 2-6. Mike, 6. I'm coming after you. Hey, check Mike.
To throw again. Fields escaping the pressure right. And he comes back with one complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. Getting it to him in space pays off big time. That winds up going for 31. All right, Charles, let me put you in the head of one of those defenders out there. You have a big play like that go against you so early. What does that shake your confidence?
It shouldn't, but it often does, because your thought process all during the week is how you're going to get after that offense and make your plays. And when they make one against you, makes you a little bit hesitant.
Time to regroup. They'll run on first down with Singletary. And they get to him quickly here as he's stopped right around the 13. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
I'm coming for you.
To throw on 2nd down, Fields. He'll be hit and taken down at the 21.
Well, the pass rush has been a real strength of late. They know how to get after the quarterback.
Absolutely. 4 sacks last week. That's their first one here. Anything in particular you've seen from them or on film?
I think that they're winning athletically up front, winning those one-on-one battles, but also when the offensive line wants to keep everyone in and mass protect, they know how to scheme their way back to the quarterback as well.
It's Knox, the tight end, making the catch. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They get 15, but they still needed a little bit more. 4th down. And on their first drive, the offense staying out there. They're going to go for it on 4th. They'll try and run for it. And he has the first down before he's tackled at the 5. They only get a hard-fought yard, but that's all they needed. It pays off, the decision to go for it, 1st and goal.
Ready. 70 Indy. You can't block me. You can't block me.
Check. Yo. Fresno.
He's checking. Crash.
Yo, match in motion.
Right there.
They run here with Singletary. And they'll be driven back here, losing yardage to the 9. So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Again, it'll be Singletary. And he'll get about 4 there as he takes it from the 10 down to the 6. Driven it down the field nicely here on the opening drive, but now it's put up or shut up.
No doubt about it, because to make that type of a drive and ultimately kick a field goal would feel very disappointing. But I'm just wondering, is the head coach thinking, is this 4-down territory? Might he go for it?
43 is the mic. 43 is the mic. Go. 43 is the mic. Let's put him on the buses. Let's put that team on the head. Watch the edge.
They'll try and run. Here's Singletary. Well, this is going to depend on the spot, but it's not a very generous one. He looks to be about a yard or so short. It'll be a gain of 5, but they do keep him out of the end zone, and now it's 4th down. They've already gone for it and made it once on this opening drive. They're going to try it again on 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And I'm not sure he got there. Did they stop him? They did. They stop him up short on 4th and goal from the 1. And on the opening drive of the ball game, the defense comes up with a goal line stand.
Come on, set, 50, plant. Protein spill.
Just like that. Check 4.
Hey, Delta. Go.
Back to throw now in his own end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice, getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They'll throw again from their own end zone. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. They'd like to avoid punting from their own end zone so they could use something here on 3rd down. On play action, they'll throw. He's going to let this one go deep. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. Here's Matt Hawk now. And no room for error here as his first punt comes from deep in his own end zone. And from their own end zone, it's a fake. And now nothing but green ahead of him. The 40. He's at the 30. And the gamble pays off. They get the first. A big breakdown defensively there on the fake punt. Turns into a huge play and a 1st down. So barely time to catch our breath. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the red zone.
Hey, dude.
They're going to look to throw. Oh, he had 6 points in his hands there. Couldn't hang on. 2nd down.
Makes it 2nd and 10 at the 23-yard line.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10. Now the former 4th-round pick, it's Kalen Ballage. He'll have a 1st down inside the 10. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Kalen Ballage, his 1st touchdown of the new season, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point right down the middle, and it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This is taken at his 4. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And last time, they had it 4th and goal, rolled the dice, didn't get it. Now they've got to put that behind them, try to put together another drive.
Hey, a simple tip of the cap, a nod of the head to the defense. Congratulations, you got us last time. But you didn't hold us the whole time. We got down to position. We were able to be in position to score. Let's go ahead and attack again. Continue to have that kind of confidence, not worry about the one play that didn't allow them to get into the end zone.
And this time they'll be trying to get it into the end zone. We'll see what they do. Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And this is going to wind up incomplete. The coverage there too strong on the deep ball, and now they face a 3rd down. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Back to throw. Fields. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket. 33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and it'll be Dolphin football.
At their own 44-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they'll be looking to make this a 2-score advantage. Had a touchdown on their first drive, Charles. Hey, they can get up 2 scores here on the road. That's a heck of a start.
And not only have they thought about it, I wonder if they visualized it. I remember playing and they used to turn the lights out in our meeting room and run through a situation like this and say, just think about what it would be like to be up on the road and take the crowd out of it. Maybe they did some of that. Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
Looking to throw. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. That one goes for 29 yards on 3rd down.
First down, Miami.
And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front. Defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 2nd down, a run with Breida. He'll have a first down inside the 10. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Point after, right down the middle. And that'll make the score 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll wind up getting an extra couple yards here for his trouble as he'll bring this one out to the 27. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything, at least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. It's a pickup of 17 on that one and a Bills first down. They'll run on first down. Singletary. Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked up by Xavier Howard. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, right? Because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Hey, team 6. Team 6.
2nd and 10. Oh, nearly picked. And maybe lucky there. This guy doesn't drop many defensively. 3rd down. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, let's go.
Back to throw here. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. They do get 9, but it leads to 4th down.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing out the receiver, where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
It's complete to Grant. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Dolphins first down. Now the Dolphins going to burn the first of their timeouts. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll set up a throw. And this is caught. It's Parker. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Devontae Parker, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-0. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. And he'll give it here to his running back. And on the stop defensively, Raekwon McMillan.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size and these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Fields. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 41-yard line. This quarterback now 5 out of 10, 50% throwing it. Not so hot, but he does have a first down. Here's Singletary. They're able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37.
And that's one of the reasons you like to blitz even on rundowns. It confuses the blocking assignments. It doesn't allow those offensive linemen to get up to the second level.
And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. Looking to throw. Fields eluding the pressure right. And that is incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
And that's the risk of the long field goal miss here at this stage of the second quarter. You give up great field position.
And that gives them one more opportunity to make something happen and something big. And we've seen crazy stuff happen at the end of halves.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. They'll drop the throw. That'll be complete to Breida. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play, and they're going to have a 3rd down.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
He'll look to throw. He's got his man. It's Williams. And he'll be brought down with the first down and a late flag here, too. And he may get a few more tacked on for good measure. So the yellow flag came out, and that leads to a new set of downs for this offense. 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. That is caught by Williams for a Dolphins touchdown. Preston Williams, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Dolphins are able to extend that advantage. Extra point right down the middle. And the route is on here in this first half. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. Typically down to the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they? And now this is intercepted. My goodness. Picked off by Ronald Darby. That's sort of a second quarter to forget for him. Now 2 picks in this frame.
Almost as if the first one that he threw, he couldn't shake, couldn't get it out of his head. He ends up throwing a second one as a result.
Compounds the mistake a little bit.
Yeah, you got to be able to forget, compartmentalize, whatever you want to call it, and move on. He hasn't been able to do so here in the second.
The Dolphins going to take their second timeout as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves them with a very manageable 2nd and 1. They run with Breida. Well, he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd touchdown of the game and his 9th on the year as his guys continue to pour it on. Point after, right down the middle. The second quarter score from Cincinnati. And scoring yet again, the Colts extend that lead. And we'll try and keep you updated on those events and others around the league as we continue through this one. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
To throw on second down. Fields. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Dolphins will use the last of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the first half. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And they're going to try the screen. It's complete. They lost a big chunk, 6 yards there, and it leads to 4th down. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. The Dolphins in front, and they'll be in possession of the football first as the second half gets started. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime.
The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Matt Breida, 75 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Not a whole lot to recap on that drive. Just one play, 75 yards to the house.
Yeah, it's a long way to go. And remember, rarely is it a straight line 75 yards, too. Got to have a little extra in there. So whatever the final number is, a well-deserved seat on the bench, a little oxygen if he wants it as well.
So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 43. Singletary on the toss play. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd down, 6.
Check three.
At their 48-yard line.
Singletary again. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. That one covers 24 yards. It's a 1st down.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Hasn't had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
He lost 6 there on the 1st down play. Hate to say it, but that play typifies what we've seen from this offense all game long.
Yeah, don't you think maybe you flip over your play sheet as the offensive coordinator and see the side that says try something different? You know, because this has not worked all game long. They continue to try and get it done. They've got to come up with something a little bit different. Try something special, something they haven't seen.
Anything to score a point. Nowhere to turn here, and he's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. Frank Clark able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. 1st and 2nd down were a disaster. Both went backwards. Now it's 3rd and 18. They need something big.
Kill, go. Pause. 6. Yeah. 6. Hey, watch the screen. Here we go.
Back to throw. Fields. Going to to the right side here, complete. And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 16. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have.
And he is into the end zone for a Buffalo touchdown. A 16-yard touchdown. And the Bills claw one back. Boy, it's nice to have that big, reliable target you can go to.
Each and every time. A lot of people see that position as a fallback. Throw it to them when all else fails. Not at all. This guy can make plays, and that's exactly what he just did.
Yeah, play here for a touchdown. Point after by Lambeau, up and good. So they do get one score back, but still a long way to go here in the third quarter. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they hit the home run last drive. One play on the ground all the way to the house. Now the defense, maybe they're expecting a run here.
Partner, I love your description because when we talk about hitting the home run, we're usually thinking about a passing play, aren't we? Something in the air, deep ball. But how about them just taking it big-time jaunt? Now if you're coming back out, now they've established this run game, the play-action pass could very well be open.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. He'll rifle this one deep right side. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down.
Sure, that pass was incomplete as they made an attempt to get a big one downfield. But that's okay because the second part of that is if you don't get the completion, at least you've told the defense you're trying to stretch them out a little bit, and they may have to change accordingly.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. And boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. They'll get 10 there, but it leaves them just short for 4th down. They run for it with Breida. And an alley to run. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for 13 and a Dolphin first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, put a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them.
Ready, ready.
The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down.
33.
Hey, Foxtrot, Foxtrot. Ready, ready.
He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver was Jakeem Grant, and that'll bring up 2nd down. Before the game, they were running the route tree about as efficiently and effectively as we could have possibly imagined, but sometimes the passes just go awry.
Yeah, let's face it. When you're running the route tree in pregame, you don't have defenders breathing down your neck. You don't have defensive backs making plays on the football. Hard to replicate the intensity of the game in pregame.
27 yards there, a first down. So 1st and 10 now in Buffalo territory at the 25-yard line. They'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Grant. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's 1st and goal. On first down, here's Breida. And he'll get this one back to the 5-yard line, but no further than that. No gain on the play that time, and it sets up 2nd and goal.
No gain on the play. Leads to 2nd and goal.
They run again with Breida. And he takes it into the end zone for the Dolphin touchdown. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. And that rushing touchdown is 4th, puts him just one shy of the NFL record in a single game.
And we all know he would love to get to that record and even beyond it, but he doesn't need to in order to impress in this one, does he? What a performance. What an absolute great game that he's had here in this one.
It's a short kick, taking it to 15. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30.
At their own 33-yard line.
Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. I guess they have to feel a little gratified to at least get on the board last time, but still work to do.
No doubt about it. I wonder now if they're going to try to...
And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And a great return as he gets this all the way down close to the 30-yard line. Gosh, you add up last week and this week now, that's 9 interceptions in this 2-game stretch, and we're not done here.
It's almost as if they can't even believe their eyes. Or maybe, partner, is the confidence level in him so high that they believe he'll get out of it and make plays for them to win a game.
Well, they've said they believe in him. That's being tested right here. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. A good pickup there, 26 yards. A great job pulling that one in from a guy, as we know, who can really blaze. He's got a lot of speed.
And that speed can work for him so many different ways. Sometimes he just takes off and goes and just runs past people. Sometimes you get people to back off so far that you can catch everything underneath. But still, at some point in the game...
And he is in. Touchdown, Miami. A 5-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to put this one out of reach.
And this is the kind of day a running back dreams of. They keep handing him the ball, and he keeps taking it in for touchdowns.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead will swell by one more. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21-yard line.
At their own 21-yard line.
The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They are right now just ice cold. I mean, they have struggled big time in this game, and they're getting blown out. How do they adjust?
So tough because we always talk about it being a team game and you need all 11 working well together. But every now and then, partner, you need that one guy who can make a play against all odds that maybe can ignite things. And I think that's what they're looking for right now.
Yeah, you talk about going to your playmakers. They probably need to do it.
Find someone that you're used to touching the football that makes big plays and give them that opportunity to maybe wake up everyone else.
They'll run here with Singletary. And he'll go down, and that will do it for the third quarter of action. Back now in Buffalo. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the fourth quarter. A very one-sided affair. Looking to throw. Fields. It's caught by Royal. That's going to go as a loss of 6, and it'll set them back for second down. So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a second and long.
Hey, we gotta get to Mike over there. Switch up.
Second and long. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on, third down. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
That was third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. It's been this way most of the afternoon, hasn't it? This secondary have really put this receiving core on lockdown.
Listen, they've worked together like a basketball team that's playing excellent defense. Great communication, doesn't matter whether it's man or zone. And especially against deep balls, as we saw there, they're not giving up anything to them.
Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10.
At their own 27-yard line.
Let's go now.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When you go to the backup, let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game for the team that had a big lead. And in each instance, I asked the coaches later on, why didn't you do that? And they all looked at me and said, Just don't really do that in the NFL. These guys play, and we just play them all.
And it's intercepted at the goal line. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. On first down, Fields. And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. On first and 10, Fields. Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop the offense. But you typically run out there a little bit unsettled. I think that's why he came right out throwing the football, hoping to catch him off balance.
And he did. Throwing on first down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. Well, it just seems like all game long there hasn't been a lot of sync quarterback to wide receiver on this side of the football.
They haven't been on the same page, quarterback and receivers. Heck, they haven't been on the same grease board when you draw plays up. They haven't been on the same surface tablet that you look at on the sidelines. Nothing's worked for them. They've got to find a way to start matching each other's movements.
Back to throw. Fields. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going. Defensively, you look at the numbers. Another incomplete pass that we just saw, and they're under 200 yards passing for the game, so they've done their job on that side of the ball.
Yeah, recently I was actually working a game where a quarterback had a streak of 5 straight games without a 200-yard game. And that was a big talk, both in his town and amongst his team. How do we get the passing game going? So big credit to them, holding them under 200 today.
And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line.
Ready, break.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. This ball game certainly has gotten a little out of hand. This is normally when they say you got to fill. This is fill time for guys like you and I. But yeah, to be frank, just a dominating performance. Really impressive what we've seen.
It is, and I'm glad that you went in that direction because otherwise we're going to have to talk about the museum tour we took yesterday.
Which was also impressive.
Which was also very impressive. But this game, how they've done it, offense, defense, special teams. They put
it's caught inside the 25. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys continue to pour it on. So another score there, and often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. Buffalo offense ready to go for their next drive. And down on the scoreboard, certainly needing to avoid what happened on the last drive, punting the football.
Sense of urgency has to take over for them here. They know the score. They know the situation. And by the way, the punter no longer exists for their offense. That's how they have to treat this drive.
They need points.
Big time.
Squeeze, double.
Looking to throw on second down. Fields. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
I think this one offensively, this is one where you just say, let's move on. Let's not even watch the game tapes from this one.
Yeah, you might just want to throw it in the trash, act like it was never there in the first place.
Yeah, just say we're good. I actually have heard of a coach in the past who took his team out to the practice field and ceremonially buried the game films from the prior game when they got clobbered. That was his way of putting it behind them.
Like 9. All day, baby. All day.
On 3rd down, Fields. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man-on-man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
43 is the mic. Mike's 43. Mike's 43. Let's go, baby. They turn it over. Get that ball.
On 4th down, Fields. He's going to air one out. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. The Bills' drive stalls out on 4th down. And the Dolphins get the football in great field position.
Down. 90 Wolf.
56. Here we go, D. Here I go.
Ready?
They go counter with Breida. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Here we go on 2nd and 12. And his throw here is incomplete. Devontae Parker, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, 9.9 times out of 10? Just missed that one.
Back to throw. This will be caught inside the 10. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Now it's looking incredibly likely to be a 3-0 start to this season. That is obviously excellent. 2-0 is one thing. 3-0, you really have some momentum.
And now they're serving notice to the rest of the league that they're a pretty darn good football team. Confident, aggressive, attacking at all times. This looks like a team that you're going to have to deal with. And guess what? Behind closed doors, they're trying to figure out ways to get better.
And they'll start in a hole here as he's brought down at the 11-yard line.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Singletary to get the drive started. And a short 3-yard pickup gets him up to the 15.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
43. Stop your whining. 43.
To throw on 2nd down. Fields under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk it. And they're going to sack him again. The 5th time they've gotten him today, and this one results in a safety. Things are just going from bad to worse now. It's a safety that does him in here, and that is one frustrated offensive unit.
They can't get out from under their own shadow right now. I mean, I know this is the NFL, but could you imagine a college crowd right now? Imagine what they'd be doing. They'd be chanting, "Start the bus," because they think this one is over.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
Ready?
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. That one looks like he'll throw here. And incomplete here, so a little razzle-dazzle on that one, but they couldn't hook up, and it's 3rd down. Call it no gain on the dump-off, and it's 3rd down. They head to the line facing a 3rd and 7 following the incompletion on 2nd down. On 3rd down, a run from Breida. And he's going to be stopped here a few yards short of the first as the tackle is made at the 33. Now the Bills are going to use the first of their. The clock stops here with 46 seconds left to play. Here's Matt Hawk now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Nowhere to go that time. It's a 46-yard punt with a loss on the return. And the Bills will take over the football with a 1st and 10. The Bills come to the line to start their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build.
Just something to build.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 15. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. They have the dream scenario you hope for coming into the game. Just one kneel here, and this game should be over.
And it's always the final play of preparation each week. The practicing of the kneel-down formation, the victory formation. We've got a game in hand, and that's all they're going to want to do now. They'll put someone back deep just in case something goes haywire. But all in all, take the snap, kneel down, and shake hands. Yes, get out of there.
Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Dolphins, it's an ideal start as they move.
Yeah. Hey, yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got zero. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same pack, so I never get confused. Hotel get a bird's eye view. Hotel get a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me. Baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trusted shoes. 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. I do a good job. Pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on. Pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one. They want to keep me. Oh, that's a good one. Pockets are dense. I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Reach in my pocket. No pop with a coupon. Yeah. Okay. 30,000 in the pocket. No change. Okay. I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay. All my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay. So when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros. Left pocket got pound. Somebody gonna want revenge. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down. Hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. Go. I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. And I don't need you to okay it. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change.